Good morning and welcome back to White Mountains Today here on White Mountain TV 16. And joining us in the house is Andrea Masters. How are you today, Andrea?
I'm terrific, thank you.
Well, I'm so glad that you came down today. And so we're going to talk about all things North Conway Library because it is all-encompassing. So what do you want to start with, Andrea? You get to start.
So many things to talk about. Quick thing, Bike for Books, the best mountain biking adventure. We had to change dates, but now it's firm. It's totally complete and firm.
Locked in.
Locked in. It's October 3rd. Saturday, October 3rd. Registration is open. You can go onto our website, download a registration form, or go to bikereg.com. So mark your calendar, Bike for Books, October 3rd, mountain biking adventure in the valley.
And that's a
Saturday, always Saturday.
October 3rd.
Yes.
And what a great time of year for that. I mean, you're locked right into a perfect time,
Fall
weather-wise,
foliage.
everything, yeah.
But the cool thing, if you register already or get going, you can raise pledges for the event to offset your registration fees. So you can do either or. If you don't want to raise pledges, you just pay your $25 per person or less per family, or you just go and do some fundraising for the library, which is just the coolest place.
And how did it do last year? Did it do well?
It did well. It did really, really well. We raised a lot of money. We netted over $6,000.
That's
so
awesome.
That was really cool. We raffled off a mountain bike, so it all came into it.
And it's such a fun event too. So it's not, it's not droll. It's fun and outgoing. So
well, the library is not only about books and videos. We're also about athletics and outdoors and biking and lots of fun stuff. More fun stuff. We have a presentation going on April 16th. The Swensons, Steve and Sally Swenson, will come and talk about their adventure trip to Croatia and Slovenia called Jewels of Croatia.
Great.
At the Mount Washington Observatory. We have so many books in the library that we don't have a place for a meeting room, so we go over to the Mount Washington Observatory Weather Discovery Center.
it's walking distance.
It's totally in walking distance. It's fine. And again, the event, if you have any questions, if you can't remember, plus I talk really fast, go to our website, northconwaylibrary.com. Very easy. We have a calendar there so you can see. So the Swensons come on April 16th. I'm totally excited about that, and a lot of people have asked us already, so that will be fun. That will be a fun evening. Free coffee from Frontside Grind, and it will be, but the presentation itself will speak for it. Then we have another brand new cool event. It's not even on our website yet. We have Dine to Donate with the Chef's Market right across from the library.
Nice.
Yes, we talk to them. We like those guys. We like their food. It's fantastic. And it's a new thing that they want to implement, like flatbread and many local eateries do. It's a fundraiser, and in this case, 10 or 15% of the proceeds on the day of April 8th, is a Wednesday, will go to the library. So you dine for a cause.
Well, that's great. And it's right across the street from the library, so you could, you can't bring, I was going to say bring your gooey sandwich into the,
on that day maybe.
Right, there's a balance there. But,
right.
Well, that's great. So April 8th, we'll mark that on the calendars.
And all proceeds, not just pizza or anything, it's everything, including they have a full bar, so they're stacked, and the place has totally changed. They have room for 50 people, wonderful food, and so please support the library. Go see them, Chef's Market, April 8th, Wednesday. That would be wonderful. We would appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, that's terrific.
Yeah, so those are the big things happening. Got to check my cheat sheet.
That's okay.
The library. Let's talk a few about books. I read my memo. I brought some props today. So I just grabbed the books that were in the book drop this morning and DVDs. What I'm especially proud of, we're a small library, small building, but on any given day, we have about at least 70% of the New York Times bestseller list in the library, the current bestseller list. This is this week's list. We have 83% of the books that are on there. Everything that's highlighted and has a red sticker. Some titles we now put on question marks. That means, hey, if you guys are interested, we think this would fly, but we're not totally positive. So we always love feedback. We also have a wish list on Amazon. Same intention. If we hear from people that they really want this book, they can even buy the book for us. That would be nice too. They don't necessarily have to. Then we will get the book for our collection.
Oh, that's great.
It's fun. We also have Adopt an Author. That's a library program. People that have a favorite author and want to make sure that we don't not only get the book by this author, but also they want to have first dibs. The book gets published, the day it gets published, they have it in their hands. Like somebody has adopted Lisa Gardner. It's Lisa Beebe Beth Burnell. She gets a plate in the book.
Yep.
She adopted them, and then the day it was published, she had it in her hands. So that's another cool program.
That's
you
really
pay
neat, yeah.
$15 for each book that gets published. That offsets almost our, well, it offsets. It
Right.
doesn't pay for everything, but that's.
But what a great way to do that, because especially, and I would imagine too, now, Lisa, of course, a very popular
Right.
author, but there are some other authors that we all, throughout life, attached to. We're like, everybody should read this book. What a great way for me to say, hey, everybody should read
Yes.
this book. And so you can do that. What other, any books that you've read here?
I read the first one of the Rosie Project. That's the sequel to, this is the Rosie Effect. Right, I read the Rosie Project, which is a totally fun book. The main character is an Aspergery kind of professor, and it's very fun. It tells you a lot about Asperger's, but it's mostly a fun book that goes through his life, and he wants to meet the perfect woman, so he makes it a project, and he builds a questionnaire, very Aspergery, but
Yeah.
that's a fun book. And again, I just grabbed what was available right now, or you see the notes in here. Some people are waiting for the book,
Yeah.
and with the Adopt an Author, you bypass the waiting list. You have first dibs. You can check it out as long as you want to until you're done with it. So The Nightingale, these are the current bestsellers or brand new books. We strive, we aim, and we really usually do have the books that get published on the publication date at the library, so people can check it out. Brand new book by Dennis Lehane. He is a local favorite, of course. Lisa Gardner, always. The brand new book by Kazuo Ishiguro. We also have DVDs. People forget that.
This, like Lucy, this just came out. I mean, this is a brand new DVD.
With DVDs, because we get them only on the day. The books, they get released. Books we get a few days before, so that gives us processing
Right.
time. DVDs, we get the day off. The next day, it's usually on the shelf, such as Lucy. We have all the Oscar contenders, all the Oscar winners and contenders. When they get released, the next day they're on the shelf. The Theory of Everything. We have The Judge. I'm pretty proud of our collection.
And I've gone in there, and I look, and I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
And you can rent it. It's
Right. You just check them out. You take them home. They're yours for a week or two or however long you want them. So, well, almost however long you want them.
Within a reason.
Exactly. When people are waiting for things,
Right.
we do have waiting lists.
When all of a sudden Andrea is knocking at your door,
you want to return them.
bring
You
back
bet.
the movie.
Yeah.
So.
Speaking of videos, we're looking for somebody who hopefully has kind of a converter, because we have very cool old historic VHS tapes at the library that we want to convert to DVD
Oh, that'd
for
be terrific.
posterity. Yes. Like
So
Cranmer
somebody out
Mountain
there.
and such. So if we can
Yeah.
find somebody for that, that would be great. Speaking of, we always need volunteers. We could not run the library without our volunteers.
Yeah.
So always, if you want to volunteer, talk to us. Give
That
us a call.
sounds great. Well, Andrea, as always, it's so great to see you down here. So your website?
NorthConwayLibrary.com, very easy.
And so you can go there, or even better, go into the library, heart of North Conway Village.
Yes.
Check it out. Fabulous building. And I mean, just right here, I would probably take half these things home with me right now. And,
I'm not kidding.
View or read.
Yes, we have in general, we have more than 70% of the New York Times bestsellers and other bestsellers. I check like every day what's going on Amazon. So you know what is popular. And we buy good books, but we also buy sometimes not so good books, but they're wicked popular.
That's right. Well, Andrea, thanks so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we'll be back here in a minute on White Mountains Today.